even Bukwari and his gang, Emefiole, they were doing what they called defending the Naira, doing the round tripping. It was a scam fraud all along. It was just a matter of time. Then Kolu came in. He needed money. He needed loans. And the best way you could get any loan at the time was one, defend the Naira, two, devalue the Naira. And they did both. What if Tinubu did after? It didn't just remove subsidy. What if Tinubu did after announcing subsidy removal, which they didn't announce, was to devalue Nigeria Naira. And in that, with that singular action, Nigeria Naira lost like about 1,000% of its value. It was drastic. Nigeria Naira got to as much as 1,970 Naira. A pound actually got to nearly 2,400 Naira to a pound. Then they went to the Afro-Exim Bank, took a loan of $3.3 billion. They got the first tranche, sometimes in November, right? 2023. No, they applied in November. They got it sometimes February 2024. The first tranche in defending Naira. So far, so good. Tinubu and his gang have spent over $5 billion defending the Naira. But they are keeping all this data, rolling out other fake data that are in no way matching the reality. So they are telling people that they will feel it later. They will feel it later while they continued their austerity measure and at the same time, luxurious lifestyle. So Kolu told his audience that his reform is now working because he no longer borrow from the local market, while the Nigeria's alone under this Kolu has been doubled, by the way. But they continue to hide most of the real data from the people, from the public. They have done so well with that. But like Bukwari and gang, one thing about data is that it is very stubborn. You can pretend, you can fake it, you can hide it. But by the time it catches up with you, you will have an implosion on your hands. So to him, he said, Nigeria is doing better now. Economy is stable. And he's not even afraid of Donald Trump or this Trump tariff and all that. Somebody said that they hope that Trump won't see this. Because, so listen to Kolu. It is also a bit of a long watch. I want us to watch it totally. React to it if you can. There is more.
Thank you very much. Now, you brought back the memory of the beginning of the alliance. When we sat down, hashing out which way we disagree to agree. To all of you, I just say thank you. It's a sweet memory. For you to pull yourself together to be here and just follow up on things we've been doing. Don't worry about the threats. When I see people like you, my determination is to work harder. Yes, stick together for what we believe a progressive government that we always build on the legacies of Muhammadu Buhari. And what I can promise you is what I'm doing. Hard work, hard thinking, consulting of you. First of all, cure the economy, bring hope to the people, That is what we stood for. And that is hope is here. Is here. Thank you for believing in me. The economy is stabilized. Nobody is trading piece of paper for exchange rate anymore. When I took over, 1.9, it's 1.35, 1.45 now. It's been stabilizing there. People can predict. You don't have to know a Cardozo before you get your foreign exchange, you get your imports. What we need now is building the ship, the vessels, for export and import of our goods and create jobs for the people. There's a guarantee there. I know many of you had to suffer the initial abuse and the fear. Where are we going? We know the direction that we should go. We are going up. No, those who may not know will not know. Today I'm standing before you, I can brag that Nigeria is not borrowing, it's dying from local bank. The revenue, we have met our target of revenue for the whole year. We met it in August. I've reviewed this morning. Non-oil. If non-oil revenue is going well, then we have no fear of whatever Trump is doing on the other side. And I've just signed off on a huge mechanization, program that every region we have a mechanized center for agric mechanization and have trainees and all of that. That is our path to food sovereignty, food security. You remove hunger from poverty, you have defeated poverty. All I can promise you is where we started and where we're going. And your children's education, the path to Nigerian recovery, we are on it. Go home, be assured. Don't let anybody threaten you or for any uncertainty. We are certain we are going to succeed. That's what we believe in. The honesty in Buhari, what we inherited from him, is total commitment to justice, transparency, and success. That's all. And you won't have anything less than that. You will have joy at the end of this journey. And we will jointly put dime, nickel, kobo, toro together. We will build a Buhari house. That house will be a house of joy and prosperity. I thank you very, very much. Thank you.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them by illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
The nuisance in charge of that contraption. How many of you have noticed, right, that Tinubu is so incoherent? However, there is a part of his brain, okay, that is keeping some fancy words that could drop into his speech in order to sound like he's making sense. But if you try to listen, you begin to like have an headache. But there is a name for that, right? There's a name for that. It is called dementia, probably at the early stage. I don't know. And if you, let me give you an example. When Kolu is saying his jargons, for example, right? He said, when I came in, I met the economy, right, in this particular state. The dollar was 1.9, people were abusing you and the rest. Today, a dollar is 1.35, 1.45. I want you to know that Bukwari's legacy, he left a legacy of prosperity, compassion, prosperity, and success. And I want you to know that, I don't know, I'm trying to kind of imitate him, but it's so hard. You can't really quote him. He lives in his own world. And if you don't believe in it, it's simply because you don't like him. Because the Ronukus, they will clap and say, yeah, we understand what he's saying. Prosperity, hope is here. It's standing before you here. And we have to create prosperity, progress, and, jargons. I managed to kind of put them together enough that everybody just sit down there and clap. And others will begin to, like what you had during the time of a Bukwari. So you get to have interpreters, person will speak English. Supposedly, we need an interpreter to explain to people who are finding it difficult to understand what he just said. Now, in that same gathering, by the way, because he had like two group of people who came to see him, including Shomu Ogbomoso. He said something about Trump clearly here, just briefly.
Now that the world trade is being battered by various tariff restrictions and alterations,
we will work on being a very good alternative market and a partner. This is a country of over 250 million people, and it's still growing at almost, 3% per annum. And it's a good market for you. Politically, we are related. Language that is a barrier has interpretation between us. It shouldn't delay us from moving forward.
That was with the Colombia vice president. Now, rather, the governor of Katsina, who was also there. And you can call him, that's his name, or just to call it twice. I think his name is Rada. And you can call it twice, the Rada of Katsina. The guy that had an accident, his convoy had an accident, in his state. And this Rada governor took himself abroad for proper medical care. And those who were involved in the, in the crash with him, who were initially, taken to their general hospital, claimed that they were abandoned, and the governor took himself abroad for treatment. So he came back few weeks after, and they started arresting those who posted on social media that their governor abandoned them, and he took himself abroad. He was part of the delegation that went to see Kolu yesterday after the meeting. And it was also from the state that the Fulani terrorists, yes, you heard me right, Fulani terrorists attacked the mosque and killed worshippers. Inside the mosque. In Katsina, 55 people were reportedly killed by the terrorists while their governor was away. Again, it was at the meeting. And this is one takeaway from the meeting. You want to hear?
Yeah, as we are.
Oh, I think that's it.
As we are all aware, we have had recent incidences in Katsina in the last few days, and we felt that it is necessary for us to come and see Mr. President and share our sorrow with him and inform him of our challenges. And we decided to come along with our elders, very important and prominent people from all walks of life from the state, to share those information with Mr. President, and also to seek for his support and to seek for his assistance, so that we can live in peace and be able to move about doing our own activities in the state, as well as also to thank Mr. President for award of some contracts for the rehabilitation and of some roads which are major in the state, and also to seek for Mr. President intervention in supporting those projects with funds, so that people can benefit from those projects. And we are all aware that we had also an abandoned project with our airport, which we also plead with Mr. President to intervene so that we can have those projects completed. So in a short note, these are the issues there, and Mr. President has responded well, and he has noted all our concerns, and he has promised to promptly address the issues.
On security, sir,
on the security, Mr. President has committed himself that there is going to be increase in the number of troops that will be deployed in the state and assets for the military, and also he has promised intervention with air power, so that, and he also said he will intervene, because the last time the Chief of Army Staff visited Katsina, he promised to establish a battalion in the southern part of the state, and also there was a promise by the IG to establish squadron of mobile policemen in the southern part of the state. And the President said he's going to intervene to make sure that it quickly take effect.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
This is the consequence of the vote you voted. And it's too early to cry now because actually the real problem hasn't come. This is the consequence of the vote you voted. And it's too early to cry now because actually the real problem hasn't come.
Not yet. So that's the rather